You guys, we have got to talk about Ariana Grande's new deluxe album, as people feel like she is exposing even more about her marriage to Dalton Gomez and their divorce. Fans are diving deep into these lyrics, and we're going to break down everything that has been speculated. Ariana Grande released the original Eternal Sunshine album back in March 2024. Now, a year later, she's treating us to the deluxe edition, featuring 6 additional tracks that delve even deeper into her personal journey. And fans were wondering when this was coming. The entire time she was on the Wicked press tour, they were pressing her when the deluxe was going to be coming, when new music was going to be coming, and she definitely tried to not answer any of those questions. But now that award season is over, it seems we are now getting the gift of the deluxe edition. And fans have been meticulously analyzing the new songs, and many believe that Ariana is reflecting on her marriage and divorce from Dalton Gomez, even more than she did in the original album, which was the first time fans were really hearing how they might have split. As up until the album's release, fans had thought that she had left him to be with Ethan Slater, when according to her songs, it seemed her following her dreams to star in Wicked and be in the spotlight post-COVID took a toll on their relationship, and some felt that she was even insinuating he was allegedly with someone else while they were apart, making it known to the public that she wasn't just the bad guy in the relationship, and that he might have also been a bad guy as well. It had also been reported in the press that it seemed Dalton didn't really love how big and famous Ariana was, that they got together during COVID, and so they really stayed secluded in the house, living this private life. There weren't paparazzi in their face whenever they went outside, but after COVID, he really got to see how she really lives, which honestly, how are you with Ariana Grande and you don't know that this is her lifestyle? But apparently he didn't realize it until post-COVID, and he started to act different, or just things were not the same after that, is what was being said in the press. But Ariana was revealing much more in her songs, and then obviously now we're talking about the deluxe album. She is exposing much more. Allegedly, because we don't know for sure that she's talking about Dalton, as she isn't calling anyone out by name in her songs, but fans seem pretty certain that she spilled what happened in her marriage in these songs. On the original album, in the song Eternal Sunshine, she sings, "So now we play our separate scenes. Now she's in my bed, laying on your chest. Now I'm in my head, wondering how it ends." There's also another line in the same song where she sings, "Hope you feel all right when you're in her." They're also assuming the lyrics in the song Don't Wanna Break Up Again are about him as well. And in it, she sings, "I fall asleep crying, you turn up the TV, you don't want to hear me, one more sleepless night, big day in the morning, so I take my time to self-soothe," which fans absolutely came at Dalton for when they heard this, ripping him up online. People called him out on Twitter. Some said Dalton cheating on Ariana in her own bed, and the general public painted her as the bad guy. They truly don't deserve this album. The fact Ariana was getting so much hate on the internet while she was dealing with so much ish we didn't even know of breaks my heart. She deserves the biggest apology. Dalton, count your days. So Ariana really redeemed her reputation by putting out Eternal Sunshine, as a lot of people were more sympathetic towards what went down in her relationship and understood a little bit more why she ended up with Ethan Slater. I'll also add though that in the album, she is referring to this relationship as a situationship, which people are wondering if she's saying this as to not have to face any legal repercussions for these songs, because if she were to refer to marriage, it might go against their confidentiality provision. Following their divorce, Radar Online retained a copy of the filing and reported, "The deal has a strict confidentiality provision. It reads, without the prior written consent of the other party, neither party shall disclose, intentionally publish, cause to be published, or provide information or documentation to any other individual or entity relating to the publication or dissemination of any document, diary, memoir, letter, story, photograph, interview, article, essay, description, or depiction of any kind whatsoever, whether fictionalized or not, which either talks about their prenup or marriage. Which is also probably why we haven't heard or seen Dalton attempt to clear his name at all, as he can't speak on their marriage. And I will say that it's pretty clever that Ariana has based her entire album on The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because she is basically saying that she is reworking the film. You know, everything ties back to this movie. That is one of her favorites, even though it very much aligns with her talking about a divorce and wanting to kind of wipe her memories of what occurred. It just feels like, to a lot of fans, a very clever way of being able to talk about what happened without legally getting herself in any trouble. Now, last March, she did address some of the hate online though, after her album came out, writing on her Instagram story saying, "Hi, I just want to say anyone that is sending hateful messages to the people in my life based on your interpretation of this album is not supporting me and is absolutely doing the polar opposite of what I would ever encourage, and is also entirely misinterpreting the intention behind the music. I ask that you please do not. It is not how to support me. It is the opposite. Although this album captures a lot of painful moments, it also is woven together with a through line of deep, sincere love. If you cannot hear that, please listen more closely. Thank you." So it seems she was trying to make sure that people were not entirely coming after Dalton, at least it seemed that way. But now, with the release of Eternal Sunshine, Brighter Days Ahead, fans feel like Ariana is detailing the ending of her marriage with Dalton even more on these additional songs. And it's starting this whole conversation back up again. In the song Twilight Zone, she sings, "Hope you win for Best Actor, 'cause I had you completely wrong. Does she know you're not who you say you are? 'Cause I might give her a call. Or was I just not me at all?" And it feels like she's admitting that she isn't saying the songs are about him, when we all kind of know that they are, when she sings, "Were we just mistaken, disguised our intentions, our nest was a masquerade. Why do I still protect you? Pretend these songs aren't about you. Hope this might be the last one, because I'm not fooling anyone." In the intro, End of World Extended, she sings, "I broke your heart because you broke mine. So me, I am the bad guy, 'cause I'd already grieved you. And you started to realize I do need ya. I did. I wish I could unneed ya, so I did." In the song Hampstead, she sings about leaving her heart there, which Hampstead was one of the last places Dalton and Ariana were ever seen together at publicly. And she's saying, "I left my heart at a pub in Hampstead, and I misplaced my mind in a good way. Threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache." Which, throwing away her reputation could be her talking about having moved on with Ethan Slater, some fans accusing her of moving on too quickly post-divorce, but it seemed she was trying to find her happiness and didn't want to stay with someone who she was hurting with. And it seems she's admitting that she kind of threw away her reputation for a second there when she decided to leave Dalton, and then it publicly came out that she was with Ethan. As for a while there, people didn't know what the heck went down with Dalton, so they were kind of like, "Oh, Dalton, like, I can't believe she left him for Ethan." But obviously now, hearing these songs, a lot of people have a different view of Dalton. I'll also add that these songs don't entirely clear Ariana's name, because especially when Ethan Slater's ex-wife put out that article that detailed what it was like seeing all of the Wicked promo and how painful it was to get a divorce and, you know, her marriage to fall apart. That stuff still stains Ariana's relationship, but people kind of understand better, you know, what happened with her and Dalton and why she wanted to leave things there. They haven't quite forgiven her for, you know, being with Ethan when he and his wife and their baby used to hang out with Ariana. People did start to like them a little bit more during the Wicked promo though. You know, people were like, "Okay, Ariana, I'm starting to see it. I like him in these interviews. You guys are kind of cute together." But once his ex-wife posted that article in The Cut that detailed her feelings about everything, the hate train kind of started up a little bit again. But recently there has been rumors that her and Ethan aren't even together anymore. Nothing has been confirmed, but that is something that is swirling around right now. I don't know what that would do for her reputation. I feel like people are just kind of like accepting that her and Ethan are together, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But I don't know. Maybe awkward for the Wicked 2 premiere and promo and everything that they have ahead, because Wicked 2 is set to release at the end of this year, and they'll have to do all the press again and see each other at everything. So I don't know how that'll go, but if they are together, then I feel like the whole conversation of her being a home record is going to be drum up all over again. not really a win-win here for Ariana, but at least with her album, people are just like, all right, Dalton's the bad guy. We understand why you left him, and that kind of chapter is closed for her a bit. And Dalton seemingly moved on as well. I mean, he's been dating Micah Monroe, who is an actress. They've been together publicly, at least since June 2024, when she shared photos of them on Instagram. So they're both moved on with their lives in these new relationships. I'm sure he's not the happiest that his name is being thrown into the mix of some drama right now, but I think after this, the chapter of telling their story has been closed and everyone can find closure in peace. So that is what has been said about Ariana Grande's new deluxe album and some of the lyrics that fans have been decoding and feel like are about Dalton. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.